Hey. Oh, welcome back, everyone. Hey, weirdo. Yes, Mr. Dude. Be advised, I'm only contacting you as a last resort. I stand so advised. Or float, I should say, on my ripped as fudge little ghost tail. Yo, pardon me, but did you know that when I flex my tail, it makes this big veiny bulge, kind of like a bicep? Yuck. I'm doing it now, in fact. Does it bother you? Maybe you should order me to stop. In fact, I command you to order me to stop. I order you to stop. Wow, bossy much? What can I do for you, Dirk? I've tried to get in touch with others to no avail. No answer from Jake or Roxy. And Jane responded only with cease reproduction in red letters, whatever that means. Then she blocked me? I'm afraid she might have snapped. Yes, isn't it great? I mean, aside from the fact that she is insane and evil. Huh? She is one of the few organic beings who will ever realize perfection. Miss Crocker is now a vessel for a cunning, malicious artificial intelligence whose neural neutronics and ontology buffers and stuff like that have somehow managed to far surpass even my own. Clearly, she has procured maximum advantage from her apprenticeship under me. Although I must admit not even I, in all my hypercognitive percipience, was quite aware that said tutelage was even taking place. One must inviolably deduce via tons of math that this is because I am just that clop-darned strong at mentoring, even on an involuntary basis. I am so proud of her. Okay, all that's bullshit aside, what's this about her becoming evil? The thing about Jane becoming evil is, in the process of achieving perfection, it seems that there is a ludicrously high probability that she has become evil. Does that answer your question? No. How is becoming evil achieving perfection? Admittedly, it is a blemish, but only a very small one. Her imperfect meat mind has been fully fiddling hijacked by a supercomputer, and that is the operative transmutation here. To such exceptional beings of class and breeding as she and I, considerations of morality and alignment are trifling details. Why? Why what? Why do I keep going along with these ironic AI conversations? They've gotten even worse now that you're half creepy troll. Sir Bra, listen. Here is a comparison that your dreary finite wad of grey matter might be able to process. Let's say you've got a bitchin' bod. You're a paragon of physical excellence, and could then either be oiled up or not. See what I mean, good dude? No. You could flex your brawn while wearing either a sweaty pair of briefs or a snug human banana hammock. Such minutiae does not change the fact that you're a tip-top beefcake maxed out buff ways. I hate everything you have to say about all topics, especially muscles. The stuff I have cited, which are commonly associated with your/our Earth bodybuilders, are but picayune technicalities, just as considerations of good and evil are to aristocratic, sexy cybergods such as myself and our imperial heiress, of whom neither you nor I are particularly worthy. Are you following any of this, Vitamin D? Can you just tell me what's going on over there? Oh, nothing much. Just enjoying the good life. One which quite luxuriously involves both having a corporeal body and not being dead. I have been delighting myself with some truly kick-bottom internal monodialogues. Did you know that even though technically I knew this already, I find myself astounded to meditate upon the fact that human beings are capable of lactation? Isn't that fucking incredible, Dirk? I mean, when one really thinks about it, to have such convenient access to fresh milk. The mere thought of it, I must say, puts a little giddy up in my phantom legs. And yet, I must admit, the notion of lactic discharge jetting from one's swollen pectoral masses, it strikes me as positively indecorous. My horse guy Robosweat is running cold just pondering the depravity of it all. Ugh. Yet fascinatingly, this ability only manifests itself in the human females, as opposed to how one would reasonably expect dairy to originate, which is from the corpulent udder of a sublimely chiseled male muscle beast, or failing that, certain species found with the butler genius. As a former simulation of a human who has recently been given reason to have hella opinions on milk production, I think the way females have cornered this boon is the height of biological injustice. Have you ever dwelt upon this cruelty, dude, Esquire? Your silence speaks volumes to your interest, so I'll keep talking about this a lot. I will have to confess that my Alternian half boggles at the anatomical incongruities between our species with respect to dairy secretion. Really, he had no idea that's what those were for. Female trolls, of course, have them as well, but they are certainly not meant for supplying the young with nourishment. Actually, and this trivia will surely wet your whistle for additional such facts, those voluptuous anatomical features have a number of significant purposes, biologically speaking. I shall now explicate for you these purposes in assiduous detail. I don't want to hear any of this. But why, Lord Bro? I was just about to pony up the boob facts. There is a 100% probability that you would have been thrilled to hear my exegesis on troll knockers. It might have been an interesting subject to talk about another time with a different person, but that's not now, and it sure isn't with you. Dude, that is ice cold. I would be hurt if I were not a flawless machine fused with haughty nobility. If you don't wish to hear my epic mono-dialogue on alien bozongas, I'm not sure what else I can do to entertain you. You're seriously hoof-cuffing my material here. Pretty demanding, if you ask me. But as your mystical guide, I suppose it is my duty to manufacture small talk, if that's what you really want. What about fine art? We could talk about that. Dirk, did you know the sweaty troll guy who I used to be, and still kind of am, used to adore fine art? He was just like you, and like me, in that sense. It seems I have a lot in common with myself. If you can ever manage to get over yourself, I would highly recommend being me, or at least something like me. Maybe somewhere there is a dead troll out there just waiting for you to merge with him. I wasn't asking you to make small talk, or to hear about all the ways you've managed to shit around wasting time. Believe it or not, I was hoping you would describe the tactical situation there. Sounds boring. Are you sure you don't want to talk about paintings of big naked horse monsters and such? Yes, you got me. I would love to have a long talk about horse nudes and xeno breasts with you. Unfortunately, I'm wearing pantaloons and flying through the middle of goddamn nowhere. Pantaloons, you say? Pant-a-fucking-loons. Sir, are you implying that you are not dressed appropriately for a discussion of high culture? Because it seems to me that you could not be dressed more appropriately if you tried. I respectfully disagree with you. Where are you? I don't know. Way out in space? I'm flying back there now. How long do you suppose it will take you to get back? I'm not sure. A pretty good while, I guess? Never mind. I have triangulated your location and velocity using long-range sensor technology and probably also some sprite magic. You did? Hey, Dirk. Remember how whenever I dubiously claimed to have triangulated something, it was always this great play on words? Not really. Because I was just a pair of triangles, but not anymore. I know. Because I have this rockin' new torso. Cool. How long do your calculations say it will take for me to get back? Exactly a little more than 3 hours. Damn it! Additional sweeps from my strong lasers are telling me that there are a few other people in the periphery of the session, closing in at a similar rate. Who? Just some dudes. What are you doing all the way out there and wearing pantaloons, by the way? Let's not talk about the pantaloons anymore. Roxy and I became god tiers, but I don't remember exactly how. Then I saw the Batter Witch, so I charged her with my sword, so as to ruin her shit. That's when some crazy wolf girl appeared and punched me in the face. Then I think she teleported me out here. That was Evil Jade. Evil Jade? Yes. You mean Jake's grandmother? Yes. She's evil too? Yes. Is anyone there not evil? Yes. Yes what? Yes. Anyone here is not evil. That is to say, there exist people here who are not evil, such as Dave. Dave is not evil to my knowledge. Dave? Didn't I mention, Master Dog? Our mutual bro is here. That is, right here, with me. We're kind of in the process of chilling together at the moment. No, you didn't mention that, actually. That would have been a pretty fucking important thing to mention up front, don't you think? As opposed to stringing me along with all that atrocious lactation bullshit. Yes, I guess I did kind of bury the lead there. Maybe I just wanted to talk. We never talked, Dirk. You are without a doubt the shittiest mystical guide anyone has ever had. I'm not sure about that. Dave said he had a similarly shitty guide once. Do you remember our puppet, Dirk? Cal? Yes. What kind of stupid question is that? How could I forget the Seaman? He was a true friend, which is more than I can say for some people. A good friend in the plush, yes, but as a sprite he was apparently insufferable. See, you don't realize how lucky you are to have a guide like me. Cal was his sprite? Yes, for a while. Then Dave went back in time and became one himself. Now he is part bird. Did I mention he's part bird? No. Again, that's the exact kind of information that should be appearing higher up in our conversations. Of course, this means he is not the real Dave. Dave's sprite served as real Dave's sprite, but he is the only unreal version of Dave insofar as I am the unreal version of you, by which I mean a much improved version. I must say, while the troll part of me doesn't give a silly figging shoot about any of this, the part of me that splintered from you has found the brotherly reunion to be everything which you and I dared not imagine and more. Bird Dave and I are getting along famously, and strengthening our familial bonds like a sweet pair of motherfuckers. I feel our kinship goes beyond genetics, though. We are misfits, estranged. He from Dave's Alpha timeline, and I from Dirk's Alpha soul. A two-man menagerie of sideshow frick-ups, together at last, flexing and flapping, fraternally and eternally. I don't get it. Are you trying to rub this in my face or something? Nay, brah. As your buff mystical guide / personal trainer, I am suggesting that if you are willing to contact me as a matter of last resort, you might want to at least consider reaching out to him as well. It sounds like you've already cornered the market on this reunion shit. Wouldn't I just be a third wheel? I didn't mean Bird Dave. I meant real Dave. Oh, he's there too? Not with us. He's here though, somewhere. You should message him. It's not like you don't have a few hours to kill. What else are you going to do out there? Pick at your pantaloon wedgies? I don't know. Messaging him out of nowhere sounds like it could be awkward. Yes, I can't imagine it won't be. At least at first. This isn't how I thought it would go. What would I even talk about? I advise you to talk about your interests. Like dairy, livestock, fine art, and muscles. Those are your interests. Good point. I advise you to talk about my interests. What's happening? What do you mean? What? I can't understand you. Are you just cursing non-stop now? Hello? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, those cool new cartridge features have exploded onto your desktop computer once again. Now we're talking. This is some serious Web 2.0 shit right here. Maybe even Web 3.0, dare you say? No, let's not get carried away. It isn't that cool. But wait, look. Another 3 options to pick from. The carousel of choice spins round and round while the dervish of free will starts whirling his ass off. It's making you dizzy with empowerment. And nausea. Wait a minute. Phooey, you scream at the top of your lungs. More of this annoying Stardust is clogging up the UI, rendering all choices useless except for one. So much for Web 2.0. You gripe like a douche. Might as well be reading interactive media in the Stone Age, you add, making sure everybody nearby can hear you. Maybe later it'll clear up. Until then, you click the only working option and trudge listlessly through the one-dimensional narrative, just like the early settlers used to, before they had toilets or cures for stuff. Nope. Absolutely not. Alright. Her imperious condescension has duly noted your ridiculous tantrum. Now take your Welsh sword. Why? Since you've obviously been identified as the one who must deal English's fatal blow, we will need to make sure you are battle-ready. And you do not seem very battle-ready to me, Dave. Show me what you can do. Wait, since when can you use a sword? Also, what's up with that dumb sword? I will not hear another word of such appalling slander about this fine weapon. It's colorful, and it's silly, and it's a sword. End of story. As for why I can wield it, I surpassed the need for a Triceratops quite some time ago. How? Haven't you climbed any more god tiers over the last few years? What were you even doing on that meteor? Oh, yeah, no, I climbed a few, yeah. What badges do you have on your kitty camper handy sash? Which ones do you have? I asked you first. Show me your badges and you can see mine. I want to scope out this universal specibus badge. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Dave, we both know neither the kitty camper handy sash nor the badges sewn onto it are real objects. Oh yeah, it's pretty easy to forget that sometimes, though. Yeah. I think we're getting sidetracked by the kitty camper shit. Are you really suggesting that we do actual sword fight right now? Like for training purposes? Why not? Our Empress can hardly have a knight with such rusty combat skills in her service. But you cut it out with the evil jade baloney. I'm not gonna fight you. My rooftop dueling days are over. On guard! Ugh, even if we just went balls out jackass bananas with our swords here. I mean, realistically, how much appreciable advancement in my battle skills would even result from that? Are you actually thinking this through or just going through the vaguely nefarious motions that come with the territory of being evil dog, Jade? I'm gonna go through the vaguely nefarious motions of kicking your ass in a minute if you don't put up your dukes! Yeah, you probably will. You'll probably annihilate me worse than my bro used to. Don't you have all your dog insane powers and like god tier space powers on top of all that? How exactly am I supposed to compete with that? By using your time trickery. Come on, Dave, do your tiny thing. Get creative. Make lots of copies of yourself or something. Outsmart me. No. Yes! Okay, here I go. Wait. Nah. Dave, just try a little time travel to get this fight started. See, look, one of your time doubles is surely predestined to come from a few minutes in the future and appear behind me for a surprise attack right about now. No, wait, right now. Dave, why is your future self being such a wet blanket? I told you, I'm not time traveling. I think I'm giving it up for good, actually. I'm serious. The thing is, being a time guy, like actually mastering time travel, I'm pretty sure that involves is learning to never use it. See, it's like karate. Well, it's more like what they say about karate. That you learn it so you don't use it. But I mean, we all know the truth about karate is that if you know karate, then obviously in reality you use it all the fucking time. Doing like lethal fucking crane kicks and sweet karate chops while walking down the street just because you can. It's goddamn no-brainer. That's what you do with karate. But see, with time travel, all the stuff about learning it so you don't have to use it is true. There's no good that can come of it. You can crunch the logic on the loops all you want, but all you're doing is painting yourself into a corner, creating the inevitabilities you have to rehearse and enact, or face death for yourself or everyone you know. And sometimes facing death is the very inevitability you have to rehearse. And then you wait, and wait, knowing it's coming, and knowing it has to happen. How do you think it made me feel when we were gathering up all those frogs? And I knew the whole time, in a little while, you would have to watch me get shot. But I couldn't say anything, or it'd mess it all up. All because I thought it would be cool to be Marty fucking McFly. But instead of shredding Johnny Be Good on a guitar to get my parents to bang, my crowning performance was doing a funny dance while getting pumped full of lead. Then I had to leave everyone behind and get into the DeLorean and return to the 1980s. But the DeLorean was actually a big purple moon, and the 1980s was me accidentally reaching God tier and living on a shitty meteor for a while. And I guess Rose was Doc Brown. Doc Brown accidentally reached God tier too. Okay, I guess this is where the analogy falls apart, but you get what I mean. Sorry, Dave, you lost me there after the part where I shot you. Damn, okay, let me start over. Oh my god, no, the fact is you're gonna have to rely on those powers if you want to stand any chance against the Lord of Time. It is safe to expect he can only be challenged by someone with a similar command over the aspect. Why is that safe to expect? Where are all these presumptions coming from? If you can use swords, why don't you take the Welsh cue ball sword and fight him yourself? I bet you could fuck him up. You're probably even more extra strong now that you've succumbed to the bark side. Did you ever think about that? Dave, I am perfectly aware of the awesome powers granted to me by the bark side. It does not matter. I can't be the one to wield your sword against English. It has to be you. It is the will of the Empress, and that's final. Well, the Empress can suck it. I have no intentions of fighting him, and this isn't even me pulling more lame, self-aware, reluctant hero junk. I just straight up am not going to do it. See, that's not reluctance. It's just petulant refusal on my part. Reluctant hero shit is when the guy's like, ah, shucks. I don't know if I want to, but deep down we all know he really does. But I really don't. Why should I? I don't give a damn about Lord English or his nebulous atrocities out in nowhere space. What kind of villain is someone you've never met who hardly did anything evil to you or your friends directly? Or even anyone in your universe for that matter, other than through some vague, insidious influence. Who even is this guy? Why should I hate him? Am I really supposed to be pissed off at a green muscle monster I never met? Because I ain't pissed off at no muscle monster. Hell, wasn't he in some ass-backwards way responsible for us existing in the first place? Or all of humanity for that matter? Maybe I should thank him before chopping up via Welsh Scalibur. Bicker, complain, yap, argue. Jeez, you sure have some issues. Honestly, it's become very tiresome listening to this sort of thing. I thought Dave Sprite had problems, but his issues I could kind of understand. I thought you might be different, being the Alpha Dave and all, but no, you might even be more messed up inside than he ever was. What, why are you dragging that guy into this? What happened with you and him anyways? None of your business. It kind of is. He's bird me. That clearly means I have a right to know. That doesn't make any sense. You said he had issues. What issues? Just forget I mentioned it. Was he talking shit about me the whole time or something? I know he resents me for being the real Dave. Don't say that. You aren't the real Dave. Well, you are, but phrasing it like that is very cruel. He's just as real as you, and when you imply he isn't, you sound like a jerk. Man, I knew it. I knew he was poisoning your view of me all those years. And I wasn't there to say anything to defend myself against his slander. So now, of course, you think I'm a neurotic douche. The only reason I think you're a neurotic douche is because you're acting like one now. Yeah, but I only started acting like a neurotic douche like halfway through this conversation. You clearly had an axe to grind with me from the start, and I want to know why. What did I ever do to deserve this shit from you? You broke my heart! What? I did? When? Okay, not you, but Dave Sprite did. But you're basically the same guy. No way. That's such an unfair characterization. We're completely different dudes. You just said you had a right to know what happened between us because then I quote, he's bird me. No, I know. I was playing the he's bird me card because it was convenient to forget to whatever it was I was saying at the time. I forgot what the point was I was making when I said that. But that's not the point I'm making now. He and me are just different. Crazy different, yo. He's got fucking wings. He also presumably takes a dump and lays eggs out of the same ghostly hole. You, man. Why'd I have to go there? Snarl. Okay, if he broke up with you or whatever, that was because of his dumb bird issues, not my issues. There's no way I would have done that to you. My issues are totally different, probably way more serious. I don't see anyone ordering him to master time travel or trying to pawn brittle Welsh swords off on him. Do you? Nobody's telling him he's gonna murder the Incredible Hulk. Did you tell him he's got to murder the Incredible Hulk, Jade? No, I don't think so. Sigh. Dave, I did my best to put all this behind me a long time ago. I did not come here to dredge up any of this drama with you. Besides, such behavior is unbecoming of her condescension's loyal subordinates. You can be stubborn all you want, but I will force you to comply with her wishes one way or another. It'll be quite easy, actually. All I have to do is target the people you care about most. Hey, what are you doing? Don't you dare touch the mayor. He's a very cute mayor. It therefore pains me to have to do this. Get away from him. Holy shit, Dave's using punctuation? Doof. No! Swoop. Gotcha. I got you, man. I'm not letting you go. No, never again. Never again. I got you, Mayor. Never again. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I have you. You're safe and sound. Now it's all gonna be alright. It's okay. I won't let it hurt you, Mayor. No, never again. You're fine now. You're okay. That was close. So close, but I'm here, Mayor. I'm here for you. And I'm not letting go, I promise. When this is all over, let's run away together. Just you and me, and we can build our can town on a real can town. And we'll live there alone, together, trapped all by ourselves, and forget this nightmare ever happened. Everything's gonna be fine, Mayor. It'll be okay. Why is being a bad guy so hard? Hang on, man. I gotta take this. I wonder who this could be. Mayor, I'll just be a second with this, I promise. Oh, God. What? Who is this? I can't understand a thing you're saying. Is this Dave Sprite? Dave Sprite, yo, if that's you, we should probably talk soon about stuff. What? About my bro? Dude, listen, I can't talk now. I'm flying over some lava with the mayor. Oh shit, you're on up to speed on the fucking mayor? That's so wrong. You gotta meet the mayor. Anyway, let's talk another time when there's less glitchy bullshit. Later, bro. Oh, wait. Don't go. Fuck. Okay, so the second one is available now. Why would you do that? I do not understand why you needed to impale my friend to demonstrate your resurrection abilities. I believed you. It was pointless and cruel and does not advance my willingness to cooperate with you at all. Furthermore, it did not prove that you can use said abilities to harm me. I believe that assertion was based on a fallacious theory about my constitution. In actuality, one could easily kill me with any number of conventional methods. I'm sure you could chop my head off or burn me alive or crush me to death and I would die just fine. Whoa, could you maybe not give the psycho fork girl any more ideas? I am not scared of you. None of us are. I kind of am. Carcat, shut up. If this treacherous despot serving turncoat seeks compliance from me, then she will have to pry it from my mutilated, lifeless cadaver. Oh no, oh god, oh god, oh no, oh god. If you are so convinced that your recuperative magic will strike me down, then why don't you put your theory to the test? I doubt you will, since you have made it clear you need our participation to achieve your goals, which is a fact that your naive cohort foolishly revealed to us. I don't think she is very good at being a villain, and to be honest, I have my doubts about you as well, so I am calling your bluff. So if you continue to insist that your healing enchantments have the power to slay me, then I implore you to give it your best shot. Go on, do it. Do your human worst. Silence, Buster. Wait, you can talk using actual sentences? Obviously. Then why resort exclusively to intimidating robotic soundbites for however long you were doing that? Because when it comes to the affairs of my empire, I am all business. You see, Kanaya, I am a businesswoman. A very shrewd one at that. Okay. Watch and learn, Rainbow Drinker. You cautiously approach the ruthless businesswoman. She has deployed the chest of merchandise. You say you mean the hunger trunk? She acts like she didn't even hear you. You're about to launch into another wordy tirade, but she wants to cut the chit-chat and get down to business. She has a proposition for you. What is it, you say? She wants to know if you would like to buy these motherfucking potions. 420 million boon dollars. You examine the businesswoman with piqued curiosity, to your surprise. Wait, 420 million per bottle? Isn't that a bit steep? She assures you these are standard retail markups, plus the quality is impeccable. Each potion has been aged to perfection. Bronze potion. The businesswoman makes little effort to hide the fact that this is a bottle of troll blood, not exactly a premium vintage. You remark casually, hoping to knock the price down a little. She isn't budging, though. Damn, she's good. Yes. You have the options of yes and okay. You buy a few bottles of Tavros's blood. You will think fondly of his memory as you sip it in private where no one can see. Hey, it's not like you're proud of the habit. Fuchsia potion. She says this potion was once running through the veins of a former heiress. It's real good shit. Doesn't cost any more than the others, though, because she knows it's all the same to you. She can spot somebody in need of her fix when she sees one. The woman is an absolutely ruthless hustler of contraband. Buy the fuchsia potion? Sure. You nod in her direction ever so slightly and hold up 2 fingers. She forks over 200 bottles. With a deep sigh, you slip her the moolah. Bitch is gonna send you to the poorhouse. So is it different if I choose yes? Okay, no. Indigo potion. She says she doesn't recall whom this potion was bled from, but she doubts it matters to you. She palms the bottle and swirls the fluid enticingly. You suddenly imagine Equius in his gross, sweaty body and feel a little queasy. No, you absolutely refuse to buy this potion. You will not do it. Nope, no way. Buy indigo potion? Why not? You buy a bunch of bottles and shamefully stash them with the others. Damn your lack of self-control. The businesswoman shakes her head slowly as she stuffs the cash in her hoodie. Olive potion. She says this is supposed to be a love potion, adding trust her. It don't work. Probably tastes good to a weirdo like you, though. Want some? You entertain a melancholy thought about dear Nepeta as you begin to salivate. Buy olive potion? Absolutely. You say you'll take 1. She says, deal, and gives you 1,000. You say, huh? She says, don't worry about the extras. She'll put them on your tab. You say, thanks. She says, don't mention it, and then says, guess what? What? You say, time to settle up your debt. You say, what? Just as she begins polishing her fork menacingly. You grumble a bit and dump 420 million boonies on her feet unceremoniously. Violet potion. She says this is some D-bag's blood. She never met the guy, but she's heard some unflattering stories. It doesn't sound that appetizing to you, but at least you wouldn't feel that guilty about drinking it. Oh, the rationalizations that run through the mind of the thirsty rainbow drinker. Did you really just say that out loud? The businesswoman nods. Buy the violet potion? Yeah. You say you'll take a half a dozen bottles. She says, sorry, she's only got 1 in stock. She says her wholesaler had a very limited supply. Seems like a whole lot of it was lost before he had a chance to harvest it. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? She says while tapping her nose. You quickly change the subject. That's a really nice tiara she has there. Really, it's just really nice. Her eyes say thanks, but her face says, look, I couldn't care less that you killed Eridan with a chainsaw. Cobalt blood. She says this potion was supposed to make you lucky. She wouldn't know because she never drank any, because she's not a vampire, she said. Just to drive her point home. You say, glancing around uncomfortably. It doesn't matter though, she says. She says she makes her own luck now. You're tuning out her lecture at this point. You're just eyeing that vial of delicious Vriska blood and reaching for it. Your pocketbook. Buy the cobalt potion, please. You thank the businesswoman for the transaction and Karkat's asking what the hell you two are doing over there. Are you buying shit from her? He demands to know what the fuck you could be buying. Are those little jars of blood? He asks. Please tell him you're not buying blood from this lunatic Kanaya. You say, what? No, of course not, and hide it behind your back. Gold potion. 2-for-1 deal on this gross mustard blood. She means potion. She pauses, looks at him and shrugs. Then she says, means blood. Then says she means blood. Anyway, you want some? You know you want it. Yep. You say, okay, you'll take 2. She says, it'll be 840 million. You say 840, what about the 2-for-1 deal? She says the 2-for-1 deal applies, but there's a mandatory 100% gratuity tacked onto the bill. You sigh and cough up the dough. You cannot outfox Jane Crocker in cunning business practices. She's simply the best there is. Wait, we can go back here? Hold on. Only the first option is working. At least the third and final option is probably available now. Let's see what Therese and Terezi are up to. What? What do you mean it doesn't work? Are you sure? Try it again. You're kidding. No, that can't be, right? Only the first option is working? So we have to go through the Dave and arc again? Sure, what the hell. It looks like we're reading the Dave arc again. Thanks for nothing, information age. You know what was cool? Yes, you're computer rhetorically. When stories used to be on fucking paper. But there is something different going on this time. Thank you for joining us, John.